Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel. Today we're doing a pull session which is back and bicep, and as you can see the first exercise is underhand lat pull downs. For back, the way I do it is I do two kind of width focus exercises. So focus on kind of making your back wider, and I'll do two thickness exercises which is kind of making your back thicker. So the width ones are like vertical, so they'll be like pulling down, and then the thickness ones will be more like rows. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So a quick point, so the first exercise I'm doing is more like a width exercise. So I'd recommend that the first exercise you do on back is your weaker part. So for me, like my width is like a weaker part, so I'm going to do it first because I'm strongest at the start of my session.
Light the way to the path we take.
Okay, so you might be wondering why I'm loading it in these different points. There's 3 points you can load on this machine, and it's more complicated than it looks. So what I'm actually doing is, I'm just matching my resistance curve, okay? So when you do a row, you're stronger at different parts of the movement. So I'm stronger at the bottom, and I'm weaker at the top. So I'm gonna load this machine accordingly, so it's like even throughout the movement. That's why. Okay, so as you just saw there, on the second set I did a rest pause, which is where you rest for 10 seconds and then go again. So this is what I'm going to do for all my exercises. I'm going to have 3 sets. The first set is going to be a straight set, so no intensifying techniques. Second set is going to be a rest pause, and the third set is going to have a drop set. So a bit different to what I've done in the past, but changing it up.
The skies around us have billions of stars which light the world.
Right, so a mistake that I used to make when I was younger is, when I'd be rowing, I'd pull in like that. And I'd keep my chest kind of like down. But to get a proper squeeze in the back, yeah, what you need to do is, you need to get your chest up. Like that. So in getting your chest like up, it allows you to like retract your scapula so you can get a full squeeze in the back. If you're keeping your chest kind of forward, it's a lot of biceps. So you're going to be using a lot more biceps and you'll try to target your back, so that's not ideal. So yeah. Alright, so here's the dilemma I've been thinking over the last couple of days. And it's to do with a logbook. So if you don't know what a logbook is, it's where you go to the gym and you write down every exercise and every and the amount of reps you get, right? And you track it so the next week, in theory, you come back and you do more weight or you do more reps because of progressive overload, right? The key to the game. But the problem with that is quite easily you can be sacrificing form for like getting an extra number on the paper, right? So even though it looks like you progressed, if your form is you're swinging or you're kind of cheating the reps to get the weight up, you're not really progressing, are you? So if you get one more rep but you've done bad form, it's not really worth it. So for me, I think, if I'm honest with myself, I definitely make that mistake. So I guess it just depends on you. Can you progress with good form and stay honest to yourself? Or are you gonna chase after that number and sacrifice a bit of form? So you just gotta know yourself. Bro, what? Okay, so far in the session now, we've done the bread and butter movement. So those are like kind of like the heavier movements. And that's really to like, those are the lifts you wanna progress over your time, right? But now we're doing this one, which is a straight bar lat pullover, and that's more of like a pump type of set. So we're gonna do a couple more sets, lower rest, and we're just trying to get blood into the muscle.
What are you gonna talk or the chit chat. Oh yeah, ain't that sneeze, better sit back. Oh, y'all gon' be the next one to get they shit snatched. Get many G's at the cage, he was bugging.
Quite cardiovascular taxes.
And I ain't with the talk
If
or
fitness isn't
discussions.
good, you're
Some
gonna
niggas
struggle
that
on
shoot
this.
for nothing. I call Dre, that's a new Tom Brady. Niggas gain no bread cause they lazy. Let me tell you what I op niggas hate me. Cause all the op niggas know I be flexing. And I did 15 on my check gears. And it's big Louboutin when I'm stepped in. And it's big 38 for the whip day. Or I call JR with the West Side. The pro trap gon' need like filet yo. Niggas know you got the apes on the payroll. Niggas slide through your block with a Draco. Nigga none don't move, I say no. Dunk on that nigga, Tatum. All of y'all niggas, David. Stay with the souls, Haitian shit. 823, sanctions. 4-4 bulldog, make him get back. I ain't with the talk or the chit chat. Oh yeah, ain't that sneeze, better sit back. Oh y'all gon' be the next one to get they shit snatched. Too many G's at the cage, he was bugging. I keep the out cause I'm allergic to the cuffing. And I ain't with the talk or discussions. Know some niggas that'll shoot you for nothing. Sun out, gun out, run down, one out. Flow see the jungle to the playground. Bag up the chop, you gon' spray rounds. Big Fendi bag, no spray ground. Ain't for your head, we don't spray ground. Everybody know that I'm TG. I'm still in the hood, smoking hit like. Do you know the 09, they be 2T. Posted in the flows, they be wildin'. Brody got locked for the hammer. Free rock, get off the island. 09 to the clock like them ways. And I keep it sharp like Sensei. Niggas move high, I ain't say none. Cause I'ma lay low till like they come. 4-4 bulldog, make him get back. I ain't with the talk or the chit chat. Oh yeah, ain't that sneeze, better sit back. Oh y'all gon' be the next one to get they shit snatched. Too many G's at the cage, he was bugging. I keep the out cause I'm allergic to the cuffing. And I ain't with the talk or discussions. Know some niggas that'll shoot you for nothing.
So for those of you who have seen how I've trained in the past, what I've done up to this point kind of in my bodybuilding journey is done the kind of top set back off training. It's usually just 2 sets for every exercise. Maybe 3, but mainly 2, right? So I've done like a push-pull legs, and that's kind of like high frequency, low volume, right? Because you're hitting like 3 or 2 muscle groups in a session. Right now, I'm changing my split to do 2 muscle groups a session max. And so what that means is I'm gonna be doing higher volume, but I'm gonna be doing it less frequently. So overall, I can recover, because recovery is the most important thing, right? I feel like I just wanna try something new. Because I can do one method and you could think it works, but unless you try things, I can't really tell you, for example, that this is wrong if I haven't even tried it myself. You can look at literature, but there's really something about doing it practically and actually doing it firsthand. So I'm trying this new method. I see some lots of benefits in it, but I can only really see them after I've actually done it for a while. Main thing is though, intensity stays the same in everything. So even if I'm doing low volume, high volume, whatever, intensity is key. From the point earlier on about logbooks, I hear this phrase that your muscle doesn't know how much weight it is, kind of implying that like if you have good technique and there's tension on the muscle, it doesn't really matter how much weight there is because your muscle's like, if you're taking it to failure, your muscle's maximally stimulated. But at the same time, it's just undeniable, right? If you lift like 10 kgs for 10 reps an exercise, and next week you lift 10 kgs for 15 reps with perfect form, you're getting gains. So it's a different one, because like if you lifted 6 kgs for 10 reps, like the muscle doesn't know how much weight it is, but you're not progressing then, are you? So I don't know, it's like a weird balance. Alright guys, there we have it. That is back and biceps done. Hope you enjoyed and hope you learned a thing or two. Don't forget to leave a like on the video because it really helps the algorithm and helps my channel. So I'd really appreciate if you did that. And comment and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.